Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Melanie Smith Stamps. I am Melanie, and today we are playing with the stencil and the BetterPress of the month from Spellbinders January 2025 Club Kits. I am speeding this stenciling up to save a little time because I'm just doing basic stenciling here. We're just using one color per area or per stencil. So this is very easy, especially when you use an Altenew sticky mat, which I have. I have the 9x13 mat here, which I adore because it holds my ink, it holds my paper, it holds my stencil. And when the stencil itself is a little bit larger than the paper, everything you see here, I am totally doing this without hands. I mean, nothing is holding the paper. So it is very easy. So the first purple I used was Wisteria, and then I'm doing the darker shadows with Hydrangea, which is the second stencil. So each stencil I'm just using one color instead of doing any type of blending. So I'm doing very, very simple stenciling. So for the centers, I'm using a pale yellow. This is Buttercream. I'm just making sure I line these up just to get the outer edges to be seen through the stencil. And we're just going to lightly dust it with the yellow. This Buttercream is a very nice soft yellow, which I appreciate because it's a really calming, soft center for the flowers. And then we're going to go a little bit bold in the middle. And I wasn't quite sure I wanted to do this. So I wasn't sure what I wanted for the centers, actually. And I could have gone a dark purple, like the really deepest purple, but then I thought, well, I'm going to go with the jet black and we'll just see what happens. You know, in the craft room, you have to experiment. And I wanted this to stay purples and yellows and greens. That was the color combo in my mind. You know, purple goes really well with yellow and really well with greens. Those are two purple combinations I love. And in this, I envisioned using the purple with both because purple, you know, is my jam. So I am using it here. And now we are going to do the last layer, which is the leaves. Now this, I have to admit, was a little dark for me. It was, but we're going to offset that when we do the gorgeous butterfly. So we are going to BetterPress the butterfly, and you'll get to see how that is done as well. So before we move on though, I want to show you this sample here. I made this one with the stitching in the center of the ladybug, but I left the leaves out of the stencil because I loved the look of with it out without the leaves to keep it all really feminine. So I just wanted to share that with you to give you another look with the stencils. You don't have to use all the stencils all the time. So let's jump to the BetterPress. And we will BetterPress out our beautiful butterfly. This is the smaller of the two BetterPress butterflies. And I have to admit, guys, this month's clubs are stunning. Stunning. I'm so in love. I love anything with wings. Anything. I love dragonfly. Well, maybe not bugs. Like bugs. Like flies and things like that. Those are kind of icky. But but I love dragonflies, which are kind of flies, but you know, if you saw my wings on my dragonfly card, you'll understand. I love those type of dragonflies. And I love fairies, I love butterflies, I love ladybugs, I love, you know, things with wings. So I am choosing to use the stencils that go with the butterflies. Now, these stencils are your free choice or your free gift with the Deluxe Caboodle this month. So if you're not aware, the Deluxe Caboodle is all 10 clubs bundled together for a discounted price. So if you love everything, check out the discounted price. You do save 60%, but I know it's not for everyone because, you know, everybody has budgets and we all have to be careful of our budgets. So, but if you are loving everything, it is the better deal. So this is your free gift if you are a Caboodle member. Now I'm using 3 separate colors because I want to make sure it offsets the background. So I changed my purple to the mid purple. Now I did use that one in the background, but I used the mid purple, which is the one that is the darker on the background. For the yellow, I'm going a bit darker. For the green, I'm going lighter. And I did that because my green on my leaves was a little dark for me. So I'm offsetting it by going lighter in the wings. I hope that makes sense. That made sense to me. I don't want this to blend into the background. I want this to stand out from the background. So I decided to kind of offset the colors by going darker with the yellow and lighter with the green. I kept the purple as the one that's the least amount in the background. So here is the last color. These stencils are super easy to use, this BetterPress stencil, because of the outline of the press plate. And by the way, if you haven't seen my other samples, I did glimmer this butterfly in the other samples, which turned out really well. So this background here, I use the 2D embossing folder. It's kind of a shattered look, which I really like, those little shattered pieces. And I'm using the, I believe that is the Stamp and Die of the month, and I'm using 2 sentiments from it and kind of intertwining them because I just liked what it says. So I'm getting everything straight and organized in my mind. I kind of nestle the sentiments together for a cohesive kind of look where they snuggle together, and then I begin gluing everything. So I was just kind of getting into the design in my mind there, and then I just start going for it. And I'm going to pop the background up, which is why it's not attached yet. And I wanted to get this attached first and make sure I had it all centered and everything, because I like to lift it up and look at it a little bit and make sure I have it centered, and then I'll put the background down. So that's exactly what I'm doing there. But I am going to go ahead and grab my 3D foam. I'm going to use my big roll here instead of little tiny ones. I like that for a background. It's just a little more stable. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. It was close to me. And we'll go ahead and lay this down. I love the way this die is actually from the stitching of the month. It's the inner oval of the stitched outline. If you haven't seen the stitched die, it has a beautiful outline oval that can be stitched. It can be a frame or it can be an outline background. It's really pretty. I haven't actually stitched it yet completely, but it's a really pretty outline for the ladybug that I showed you in that sample. So I'm going to use some littler foam dots here from Spellbinders, and we will put that right on the center there where it belongs. And look at that. Look at that dimension. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. But it's missing a little something. So if you're still with me, and I hope you are, watching these videos to the end really helps my analytics in my channel. So I'm going to put the name of the actual adhesive gems I'm using here along the bottom. These are Spectrum AB Essential Gems. Now, if you're still with me in the video, I want you to post those down in the comments down below, because that helps my channel. It helps me grow. It costs you absolutely nothing to help me. So leave those down, Spectrum AB, down in the comments below, and that will help me out, my friends. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.